Today's lesson is addition and subtraction of whole numbers. So this will be a review for everyone. When you are adding or subtracting whole numbers, remember to line up the numbers that have the same place value. So make sure your tens are under the tens, hundreds are under the hundreds, and so on. So let's take a look at our first example. It's a word problem. So find the total cost of purchasing a new car if the base price is $18,758. Air conditioning costs $1,235. Aluminum wheels are priced at $833. And taxes, transportation, and other options cost $3,342. So what we do in these kind of problems is we do start with the estimate, so using what we learned last class, and then we'll do an actual cost calculation. So for the estimate, I am going to take the 18,758 and I'm going to round that to 19,000. And I'm going to take the air conditioning cost, which is 1,235. I'll round that to 1,000. Look how I am neatly putting everything, lining up my place values. The aluminum wheels are priced at $833, so let's round that to 1,000. And lastly, we have taxes, transportation, and other options cost of 3,342. We can just round that to 3,000. You could have rounded it to, if you wanted to round to hundreds, you could have as well, but we'll just round it to 3,000. All right, so notice everything's lined up, so I'm just going to add all my zeros there. 9 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3, 14. 1 plus 1 is 2. So my estimate is it's going to be about $24,000. Let's go over the actual cost calculation. So the first thing we have to do is line up all our costs, all the prices. So 18,758. And then we have 1,235. Next we have 833. And lastly, 3,342. So very important that everything is being lined up correctly on place values. All right, so let's go ahead and add 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2, so 13, 16, 18. Put the 8 down. The 1 goes up. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 8 is 18, and then 21. 2 plus 8 is 10, 11, and then 14. And 1 plus 1 is 2. All right, so we get 24,168 as the actual cost. All right, so in this example, when we're calculating the sum of 4,152, 965, and 2,876, each of those are called addends, and the solution or the answer is called the sum. All right, so please make sure you also know those terms in math as well. So let's take a look at our estimate. So for our estimate, our first addend we'll put here is 4,000. So 4,152, I'm going to round to 4,000. 965, I'll round to 1,000. And 2,876, I'm going to round to 3,000. Those are the addends. Addend, addend, addend. And then we'll get our sum. Our estimate is 8,000. All right, and then we can do our actual. It should be close to 8,000. So our actual 4,152 plus 965 plus 2,876. All right, I'll give you guys a few seconds to complete that. All right, so we are trying to figure out the actual. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 6 is 13. 5 plus 6, 11, plus 7 is 18, plus the 1 is 19. 1 plus 9, 10, 18, 19, and then 2 plus 4 plus 1, 7. So 7,993. So our next word problem, the greatest depth of the Pacific Ocean is 10,915 meters, while the greatest depth of the Atlantic Ocean is only 8,648 meters. How many meters deeper is the Pacific Ocean than the Atlantic Ocean at their deepest spots? All right, so this is a difference problem. So we are going to start with our estimate. Our top number is called the minuend. The second one is called the subtrahend, and then the answer is called the difference. So again, make sure you do know those two terms. So for the minuend, it would be 11,000. So we're just taking our 10,915. We're going to round it to 11,000. That's the minuend. The subtrahend, 8,648. I'll round that to 9,000. All right, which gives us about 2,000 as our difference. So we have the actual numbers, 10,915 minus 8,648. All right, so we have to do some borrowing here. So this, hopefully you guys remember how to borrow. So 5 minus 8, we have to borrow. Change that to 15. This will become 10. This will become 8. This will become 10. And this will become 0. All right. Oh, let's quickly do this. So 15 minus 8, that gives me 7. 10 minus 4 is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. And 10 minus 8 is 2. So the actual answer is 2,267. Resume the recording. So we'll start with the estimate here. So we have 5,784. We can round that to, let's round to hundreds. So 5,800. Then we have 2,239. We can round that to 2,200. If you round to thousands, that's fine as well. Right, so 0, 0, 8 minus 2, that's 6. And 5 minus 2, that's 3. So our estimate should be about 3,600. All right, let's do the actual. So keep in mind you have the minuend. The minuend is 5,784. The subtrahend is 2,000. 239. All right, so we can't do 4 minus 9, so we have to borrow. We need to change this to a 14. We borrowed from the 8, so that goes down to 7. Now we can do 14 minus 9. That is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 minus 2 is 5. And then 5 minus 2 is 3. So the actual is 3,545. So very close. Our estimate was 3,600. So for our first question here, we have 175 plus 250 plus a number called x plus 6 to give us a total of 503. So there's a couple ways you can do this. The first way is you can kind of do a guess and check. 5 plus 0 plus 6 is 11. And we know we have to have a 3 here. So if we added 2 more, we will get to 3, right? It'll give us 13. So we can guess that our ones digit could be a 2. A 1 will go up here. So then we have 1 plus 7 plus 5, but we have to get to 0. So 1 plus 7 plus 5, that only gives me 13. So plus another 7, we'll put it to 20. And then 2 plus 1 plus 2 gives me the 5. So the missing number is 72. So we can say that x has to equal to 72. Now the other way you can do this is you can add up the numbers. So we can add up 175 plus 250 and plus 6. We'll add those up. So that gives me a total of 431. Then what we do is take our sum here and subtract it from this sum here. So next we would take 503 minus 431 to get our answer. So 3 minus 1 is 2. This we need to borrow. That becomes a 10. We borrowed here. That becomes 4. So we get 72. All right, but x is equal to 72. So either way that you do it, you'll still get the same answer. All right, I'm going to give you guys some time to try this one here. So we have to figure out what x is. And we have 3 numbers here. Our total sum is 1,231. The recording. All right, so our next example here, again, you can do the guess and check method. I'm just going to go ahead and add the 3 digits that we have, the 82, 593, 208. Just add those up to give me 883. 883. Then I'm going to subtract it from the sum here. So 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 883. All right, and again, we have to do some borrowing. This becomes 11. This will become 12. That will become 11, and this becomes 0. All right, 11 minus 3, that's 8. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 11 minus 8 is 3. So our answer is 348. All right, so in this first example, the x is the subtrahend. So we're missing the x here, which is the subtrahend. All right, so if you have a case like that, then you're going to subtract. Your minuend, subtract it from your difference. So 43,654, and we're going to subtract 5,778 to give us our value of x. So again, we have to borrow. That becomes 14. This becomes 14. This will become 15. This becomes 12. And this becomes 3. All right, so 14 minus 8, that is 6. 14 minus 7, that's 7. 15 minus 7, that's 8. 12 minus 5 gives me 7. And then 3 minus 0 is 0. All right, so we get 37,876. So that is what our x value is. So I'm just going to write here that x is equal to 37,876. In this example, we're missing the minuend. So if you have a case like that, you have the subtrahend and you have your difference. In that case, you're going to add the two. So we're going to add 29,644. We're going to add 38,299 to give us our missing minuend. So just adding this, we get 13, 14, 9, 17, and 6. So our x value here, x is equal to 67,943.